Hey Magic fans, Paul here from the Let's Talk Magic podcast, here with your game day preview of the Orlando Magic travelling to the Brooklyn Nets, or as some people are liking to call this, the daily slice of bacon. For Orlando Magic tonight, history awaits as this team chase a consecutive 10th win. The Brooklyn Nets are the obstacle that stands in the way, and to overcome them on the second night of a back-to-back is going to be no easy task for Orlando. The venue is the Barclays Centre in Brooklyn. UK tip time is midnight, which is 7 p.m. local and also 7 p.m. for our friends in Orlando. And to watch here in the UK, you will require an NBA League Pass subscription. Regular season, let's talk about the Orlando Magic. Regular season, 14-5 our record is, which is third best in the NBA. We have won 9 games on the spin, which is the longest active run in the NBA. And in the last 10 games, we have only lost 1 game. That game was against the Brooklyn Nets. We'll come to that in a bit. Home record, we are 9-2. Road record 5-3. Our standing, we are second in the East. We did have an opportunity, had Philly overcome Boston last night, to actually be the lead team in the Eastern Conference. So far this season, we are conceding 108 points per game. 108.9 points per game, I should say, sorry, which is the 5th lowest in the league, and we are now scoring 114.9, which has seen us move up to the 13th best scoring record in the league. Rating of 17 on offence and still second in defence. A win tonight becomes the team's longest winning streak in franchise history. This is only the 4th time in the team's 35-year history that a run of 9 consecutive wins has been achieved. The Magic offence took another leap in the season statistics, a 6th straight shooting at 50% or better is now the 2nd longest streak in the team's history. That marker having been only accomplished once before, being an 8-game streak in November through December 1994. In runs of wins, for a 5th occasion, the Magic concede. I'll start that bit again because I've stumbled, as I always do at some point in these. So in this run of wins, for the 5th consecutive, not 5th consecutive time, but a 5th occasion, the Magic have conceded over 116 points or more. Those scores have come at the hands of free scoring teams in Indiana, Denver, Charlotte, and the Washington Wizards twice. However, our defensive statistics do remain excellent. Jalen Suggs remains with the 4th best defensive rating in the NBA. The team's stats are still top 5 in many areas, including steals made, opponent assists, opponent ball turnovers, along with the fewest total field goal attempts, and opponent total and offensive rebounds. Our scoring leader is Franz Wagner with 20.7 points per game on the back of 3 consecutive 30-plus point performances. Paolo Banchero second with 19.5. Third on the team and leading the bench is again Cole Anthony, who's dropped back just a little on scoring after a poorer performance last night in terms of scoring. At 13.1 points per game, Jalen Suggs is continuing to see his increased scoring contributions, along with everything else that he is doing for this team. Paolo Banchero is a team leader on assists, but assists are very much a collective statistic for the Orlando Magic. Jalen Suggs, still 3rd best per game steals in the league. Goga, he is up to 1.5 blocks per game, and that's the 14th best in the NBA. Last game, we all know we took on the Washington Wizards, and across both home games this week, the Wizards have been a dogged opponent. Again, the Magic had to settle themselves defensively, finally creating some separation during the final quarter to beat the Wizards 125 to 130. The Magic shot a 51.7% from the field, 38.7 from the 3-point range, and made 26 of their 33 foul shots. In scoring terms, it was all hail to the kings of the Magic Kingdom. Franz Wagner, 31 points, which was his joint season high, 7 rebounds and 8 assists. Paolo Banchero, 28 points, 13 rebounds and 7 assists. Both had flirted with triple doubles. Franz, interestingly, has joined only 4 other Magic players in franchise history to have 3 consecutive 30-plus point games. Dwight and Penny did it once, T-Mac on 13 occasions, and Shaq 14. That is not a bad set of names to be amongst. So, aside from Franz and Paolo, the Magic saw Jalen Suggs 15 points, Mo Wagner score 18, and Joe Ingles score 14. All double-digit scoring, and that is the 19th straight game that the team have had 5 players score in double figures. The Magic's bench again was an integral part in getting this win against what was a determined Washington team. Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Goga Bitadze started, and we saw Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Mo Wagner, Joe Ingles and briefly Jonathan Isaac come from the bench, J.I. having to withdraw with what appears to be a turned ankle. So for tonight, the Magic injury report shows J.I. as day-to-day with an ankle issue. Wendell Carter Jr., Markelle Fultz, Kevon Harris, Trevelyan Queen are all out for whatever reasons, be it G-League assignment or coach's decision or injury in the case of Wendell and Markelle. Jet Howard is again available for the team, having been recalled from G-League assignment, but it's hard to see that there'll be any changes in the early rotations for the Magic, except insofar as the likely absence from the bench of Jonathan Isaac. But being the second night of a back-to-back, it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect to see some cameos again from the other bench players if there is any obvious tiredness. So on to the Brooklyn Nets. Season record of 9-9. They've won 5 of their last 10 games played. They are standing 10th in the East and they are scoring 116 points per game, seeing them 11th. They are conceding 114.7 points per game, which is the 20th. Rating of offence is 9, defence is 22nd. This is a team that shoots from range. They've taken a massive 709 shots from the 3-point range, which is 7th amount in the league, and they've made 276 of them. So that's a 38.9% success rate, which is 2nd in the league. That's a lot of points that they're picking up from distance. And a lot of the scoring is coming from ball movement as well, leading to almost 26 assists per game. They lead the league in total rebounds and are 4th in defensive rebounds. Mikal Bridges is their star, but he's only 2nd in scoring with 21.8 points per game. He brings in 6.3 rebounds and 3.9 assists. Somewhat surprisingly, the team leader in scoring is a guy coming from the bench with 26.8 points per game. It's Cam Thomas. So we have to watch him. Unusually, we have somebody who's going to come from the bench and challenge the Magic bench. So Ben Simmons and Spencer Dinwiddie passed the ball superbly well, seeing them with assist rates of 6.7 and 6.5 respectively. Simmons also leads the team in total and defensive rebounds, whilst defensive balls are grabbed by Nick Claxton. But more of Ben Simmons in a minute because he is out by the looks of things. Last time out, the Nets played a home court game on November the 30th, taking a loss 129 to 128 to the Charlotte Hornets. Cam Thomas led the bench, led the whole team with 26 points. Mikal Bridges knocked in 22, Nick Claxton 20. But they came up short in what was a tight game throughout. Starting 5 was Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith and Nick Claxton. From the bench, Cam Thomas, Day'Ron Sharpe, Lonnie Walker IV and Trendon Watford all came. Tonight, their injury report does see Ben Simmons and Lonnie Walker IV, Noah Clowney and Derek Whitehead listed as out. Ben Simmons is a huge miss for them. Dennis Smith Jr. is listed as day-to-day, but likely to be available. He did not dress for their last game. So expect very little to change from their last outing. Head-to-head with the Nets, 128 regular season games played, and the score stands at 69 to 59 to the Magic. Last season was a 1-2 victory for the Nets, with each team taking the home court games. Orlando have only won 3 of the last 11 regular season encounters, and only one of those victories has come in Brooklyn. That was in December 2021. The only meeting this season, as we've already mentioned, came in Brooklyn, a 104 to 124 loss for Orlando in a somewhat lacklustre performance. Orlando had 16 turnovers, but as most were live ball turnovers, the Magic struggled to get their defence back into position. It saw the Nets score 27 points directly from those errors. And in the final quarter, everything seemed to fail on both ends of the court for the Magic. Franz Wagner had led the Magic with 21 points, Spencer Dinwiddie, the Nets, with 29. That was, in fact, the last game that the Magic lost. So as a final thought, tonight, simply put, is an opportunity for the Magic to take a little bit of revenge for that win that the Nets had over us. And that result was ultimately the game that saw the Magic eliminated from the in-season tournament. Brooklyn will not be an easy opponent, and to win, Orlando will need to be better defensively than they have been of late, and they will have to reduce those turnovers down. Being a back-to-back, again, I just wanted to give a little bit of an insight as to where we're doing on that. This season, the first night of a back-to-back, we are 2 wins, 2 losses. Second night, 2 wins and 1 loss. Last season, the second night saw us lose all but 1 of the 13 games that we played. So we're already 1 but win better than last season. Now, simply put, Orlando, go out, get that 10th consecutive win. Orlando Magic history awaits you. If you've enjoyed this preview, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share it around. It helps us do what we do. Thank you so much. Go Magic. Let's get that W.